Are these your students? What can you tell us about the engineering program?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's a little hard. It's like full of math and stuff. It's kind of hard. But like once you get used to it, it's like, you keep going and going type stuff like that.
And when you're in engineering, you're required to take an additional math, correct?
Yeah, it's calculus, right?
Pre-calculus.
You're taking pre-calc. So along with the Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and geometry that's required of every student at Swenson, you would be required, if you're an engineering student, to also take
In
pre-calc.
Mayfair, I think I'm the only student, but I'm in pre-algebra. So we have a pre-algebra program.
So if you're in pre-algebra now, that means next year you'll take Algebra 1?
Uh-huh,
So when you come to, if and when you come to Swenson or any other high school, you would have earned that credit, so they'll put you in different maths. You wouldn't have to take Algebra 1, provided you were successful, which I'm sure you will be. You would have additional math that you would take.
Does anybody have any questions for anybody?
Do you know what engineering does? Like, what do you think they learn in here? Would you like Mr. Jones to give you a brief synopsis of
I
what?
love one. Yeah,
Okay.
All right, so engineering is a field where you're actually creating things. It could be something where somebody's like, you know what, I want to do this easier, or I do it a different way. And then that's where you incorporate an engineer who would actually go in, do a study, and say, okay, well, how is it? What's the process now? And then these are some rules for improvement. And that's really how the field works. As far as study, there's a lot of math and science. When you go into college, those will be your core classes that you will focus in. And to get ready for that, that's why they have a lot of programs in the high schools now, because a lot of people go into those fields. And when they get into college, they figure out how hard it is, and then they're like, you know what, I'm not prepared for this, or I didn't know it was going to be this hard, and then they switch to something else. So that's why they're really bringing them into the high schools, so that way it kind of gets you a little bit more prepared, so you know what to expect by the time you go into college your freshman year. The way this program is structured, on your first year, which is engineering 1 year, sophomore, you're going to be working with simple machines. Second year, you're going to be doing digital electronics, where you're going to be learning about circuits and things like that. Your third year is where you're going to be doing materials and building bridges and those type of projects. Good question?
Did you work an engineer when you were in high school?
I did not. I worked as an engineer once I started college. I did a co-op program. I started at a school called Kettering University, and I transferred to Drexel. And Drexel is where I graduated. So I was able to do co-ops when I was in college.
Any more questions?
That's all right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
meeting y'all.
Nice meeting you too.
Size papers. We made a poster for our secretary. So here we would basically download the file onto a drive, plug the drive in here, turn it on, and then the files will automatically pop up in there. All the files saved on that drive will automatically pop up in here. Click on the one that you want to make the poster of, and then the machine does all the work for you. All you gotta do is pop this out, so that way when the poster is completely done, it will cut itself, and then it will fall directly in there so that it doesn't touch the floor and it doesn't dirty it out.
Project where they had put a computer program on here that's going to determine distance. So as you move away from it and as you move closer, it's going to change colors.
It's like the house, the garage, when you put like a light in the house, then it turns off the sensor.
Yep. So this is one of the juniors projects.
How it works. Now, this machine,